Welcome to Monster Monday. So tonight we're going to be talking about Arachnid, not arachnophobia, Arachnid, which was directed by Jack Shoulder. I've mentioned him on the channel a few times. I've mentioned him on the podcast. And what's funny is that a patron request right now is for the Wishmaster series, and I am currently watching the Wishmaster series and will review them this week. And Wishmaster 2, this one right here, is directed by none other than Jack Shoulder. And I just reviewed something else that was directed by Jack Shoulder. Man, I could just keep running into this guy. Now, this movie was bought for me by Caleb Villa, who sent me a bunch of stuff in the mail yesterday, and I opened it all up here on the channel. But there was also one more thing, an envelope. This is the envelope, this big ass thing right here. So much. This is not no envelope, man. This thing's huge. So I'm gonna open this up as well, real quick for Caleb. So another thing, as if what I got last night was not enough. Here we go again. All right, so, and then we're going to review Arachnid, which he sent me in my last package he sent me a while ago. And I have a bunch of other stuff to review for him. So I'm going to get to that, and then whatever he sent me this last time that I just opened up yesterday, I'm going to get to all that stuff too. So, all right, now, here we go. I know he said something about it folded up, so I only can assume that this is a poster, which it seems to be. So a full-size poster. Man, I wish I had space to actually put these damn things up. But we've got a poster here. Is it one poster? I think it is. Yeah, okay. So, what do we got? We've got... Holy shit, man. Wow. It's an Ernest Scared Stupid poster. A full-size one. It's just folded in half, but... Oh, holy shit, dude. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I know I always say, like, oh, this is my favorite thing I've ever gotten. No, this is my favorite thing I've ever gotten. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is amazing. This is something I'm absolutely putting up. I've gotten stuff in the past. I've gotten posters where I'd love to put them up. And I just, it's like, oh, can I figure out how to do it? And it's like, yeah, if I could. I got an Amityville 2 poster from Ray Robinson. I got a Phantoms poster from you. I've got stuff where it's like, hell yeah. And I've gotten freaking Drag Me to Hell signed poster. I've got a Blair Witch picture signed and all sorts of crazy awesome shit. But this is just, it's incredible to me how well people really pay attention to what I actually say. In your real life, it becomes very underwhelming how people just seem to want to, are waiting to speak. They're just kind of waiting their turn. They're not really listening to what you say, especially in my profession. As a hairdresser, I'm more there as their servant. And they're just like, if I have an opinion, if I say anything, they really just kind of like, well, get back to me. Not everyone's like that, of course. I have clients that I love, and they actually do listen to what I have to say. But so much in your life, you don't have people who actually genuinely listen to what you actually have to say. And for you guys out there, some of you, to just be so generous, but also to listen that well. For you to know that I love Ernest Scared Stupid that much, you have to know me. You have to actually be listening to what the fuck I'm saying. And that's amazing. Anyway, I thank you so much. This means everything to me. This is so cool. I can't wait to share this with my brother Nathan. I actually got shit from someone. I'm not going to say who. They know who they are. They're probably watching this. Like, why the fuck would you like that movie? Like, I sent them a link to it. Because I can't remember how it went down, but they asked me something, and I was like, oh yeah? Or it was, I think they called me serious or something, and I was like, you think I'm serious? And I sent them a link to my Ernest Scared Stupid review that I did for Monster Monday, where I'm like holding a My Pet Monster doll. I got a lot of shit for that in the comments from some people who just seem to think that you need to act like an adult. And so I got something that was like embarrassing myself or something. Oh yeah, I am embarrassing myself because I'm okay with that. I'm okay with embarrassing myself. Lighten the fuck up, people. You'll have a much better life. But yeah, she just gave me so much shit. Uh-oh, I gave away that it's a woman. But yeah, like, why would you like that? What the fuck? Because it's amazing. That's why. All right, let's move on to Arachnid. Thank you so much. This is exactly why I needed to get to these movies. Because you fucking deserve it for being so amazing by sending me something so incredible. So that's fantastic, man. All right, so Arachnid, which currently holds a 3.9 on IMDb. Now, that's not as bad as the 2.7 that the Jacob's Ladder remake currently holds, which I just know. I have not seen the movie, but I just know it's not 2.7 bad. There's no fucking way. I'm sure it's probably in the 4s or something, logistic, or I don't know what word I'm trying to say there. But I just, when I've seen the trailer, I've seen the stuff like that, it kind of reminds me of something like maybe like the Flatliners remake, which was bad. It was bad, but it's not a 2.7. A 2.7, the 2s are reserved for like Mystery Science Theater 3000 bad. Like, IMDb should not have 2-point-something ratings on movies that are clearly as competently made as this movie may be. You might not like it because you're a fan of the original. Okay, we're not here to review that. So this got a 3.9, which is pretty low. I usually avoid anything under 4. I don't really care what IMDb says about stuff, but I will consult it for 4s and under. Like, if you're under a 4, I'm pretty much not going to pay attention to you because, for the most part, it's, on the money on that. But yeah, all right. So this one is directed by Jack Shoulder, as I had said, and it is produced by... produced by Brian Yuzna. So Yuzna is involved, which is cool, because I'm a Yuzna fan. So we get this opening. Now, what sucks here is that after the whole debacle with Slasher Sunday and inserting videos, and I know it was just the we're not going to take it video, the Twisted Sister video that, got me slapped with the, copyright restraining order on my video. But I was just, it took the wind out of me. After everything I did, even having to cut that pissed me off. So I was like, I was going to do videos on this. I was going to show you an example here because there's this opening sequence where there is an alien who's like a hologram, but then he's killed by this arachnid from behind, but the arachnid behind him isn't a hologram, so he's dying and fading out, but is he not a hologram? Is that like his translucent body that can, like, is he like invisible at times and then he can kind of fade in and out, look, like his physical body? Like, what the fuck is that? Why does it look like it's a hologram? And how is he killed there in front of her by the arachnid when it appears that the arachnid is killing the hologram in front of her, but then it jumps up from behind the hologram as if it just actually killed what that is? So is that not a hologram? What the hell is it then? And why does this even need to be a thing? You know why? Because this movie is stealing from Predator right and left, and I'm going to show you multiple examples. Well, I'm not going to show you them. I'm going to tell you about multiple examples because I was going to show you, but I'm not going to because I ain't going to be hit by whatever fucking company did this. by saying, oh, I doubt that will happen, but I'm not taking the risk. But yeah, what the hell? And the invisible aircraft thing reminded me a little bit of Independence Day. Looked horrid. I didn't know what I was looking at in the beginning. It's like sucking water up into the sky, and it's like fish, and it was like in this tubular shape, and I was like, what the hell is happening right now? And then when the ship flew away, I was like, oh, it's like the Invisible Man when we can see his insides after he's eaten. Okay, I get it. All right. But just absolutely horrendous CGI. See, I've said this a million times. I know I'm going to be beating a dead horse here, but when people trash modern day CGI, like stuff in, you name it, doesn't matter. Whatever the modern day movie is, people are trashing the CGI of today. They are acting like it's the CGI in something like this, where it's like abhorrently bad, like just dreadful, that it's shockingly bad, that it actually makes you like scoff and takes you completely out of the movie because you can't do anything but focus on how horrible what you're looking at is. That is like nothing big budget today. I'm sorry, you will disagree with me, and you'll point me to like Sonic the Hedgehog or the Cats trailer or whatever, and I will give you the Cats trailer. That looks pretty terrible, but I don't know. I hear it on so many movies lately in the last 5 years or so. There's like, oh my God, it's so bad, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't think you know what bad CGI actually looks like. This is it. All right. So our main girl in this, who reminds me, when I was looking at her at first, I was like, wait a minute. Isn't that Gia from Full House? Or where people would probably know her best from is The Practice. It's a good show, by the way, but I was a Full House kid. And now she actually made a kind of a guest appearance on Fuller House. Yes, I watched Fuller House. You got a problem? But yeah, I thought it was her, but it isn't. But it sure as hell looks like her. But yeah, so she's introduced in the beginning. There's like a male, and then there's a female, and she goes and she shakes the male's hand, and then she just gives like a "what up" to the chick, and then another guy walks in, and she shakes his hand. Sexist bitch. The scene's really funny to me. I was like, why does the chick just get a head like, what up? Like, we're both chicks. I don't know. It reminds, it makes me think about someone who's like, guys will go and they'll give a chick a hug, and then a guy will be there and he'll be like, what up? Like, I'm not giving you no love. Don't even try. I'm not like that. I give everyone hugs. Guys, doesn't matter. I'm a hugger. I like hugging. All right. And so the guy is trying to talk to her in the cockpit, and she is like, look, I don't want to date. I don't want a hump buddy. I guess that's someone who only comes over on Wednesdays. But yeah, she is a total bitch. She probably gets hit on all the time. And I'm sure that's what the guy was really up to be honest. Because that's all men want. Let's be honest, sister. All right. So she falls in a hole, and then they get stuck together. Oh, it's meant to be. They're stuck together. It's a serendipitous moment. And I like that the one guy kind of gets infected, and he has an alien moment where the bugs start bursting out of his body right and left, and the guy shoots him and shoots all the little bugs and everything. And of course the spider dude is just obsessively like protecting them, like, don't hurt my babies. And okay, so in this movie she's looking for her brother, right? And he was test piloting some stealth craft, but they now can't locate the stealth craft. So, success, right? I mean, if you build a stealth craft and you go and you test it out and you can't find it, successful. It's the most stealthiest ship ever, man. You can't even find it yourself. All right. I was really excited when I thought of that when I was watching the movie. When I was just watching and they said that scene, I was like, sounds like a success to me. I laughed and I wanted to share the joke, and I'm not really sure if I delivered it properly. I was trying to be stealthy about it, but I failed. So my successful stealth joke was an unsuccessful stealth joke. I flipped that one. I made it work again. All right. Some guy told me today in my comments for the Alchemist Cookbook, yeah, go get him, that I need to script. That here's a tip. Blah, 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 blah. It would best suit you or best serve you or serve you better or some bullshit if you started scripting your reviews. Tell that to all you guys. What do you guys think? You think I should go to a script? You wouldn't like me, okay? That's it. Just did everybody fucking scripts. It's lame. It's the same robotic bullshit. Like, oh, I know about film and I can perfectly put together the right words. Fuck all that. I want to talk about stealth jokes and titties, and I want to do it off the cuff because that's what's fun. All right, anyway. People just have no appreciation for organic conversation anymore. Everything has to be polished and perfect. Fucking social media age. Everything is just like little glimpses of perfection and not seeing all the flaws in people. People are flawed. They make mistakes. They say They get confused. They fuck up. They see things in movies that they don't think is right or is one way, and it ends up being a different way. I've done it here on the channel many times where I've said something and then people are like, that's not what happened in the movie. And it's fine to correct me. That's fine. No big deal. But being an asshole about it, like, I'm so much better than you because I know something that you don't and you didn't see this in the movie. This is me pushing up glasses. I don't know why his glasses are so loose that he has to push them that many times. Jesus Christ, man. You need to buy new glasses. If you got to push your glasses that much while talking, you need new glasses. What am I talking about? All right. Okay, so they start firing bullets like just wildly at this thing as it runs away. What movie does that remind you of? As a bunch of men grab rifles and just start shooting randomly into the forest at what one person saw. That reminds me of something with a predator in it. This movie's like Predator Light. That's what this reminded me of. It's not like a family-friendly movie, but I guess because the dudes aren't as macho and buff, because like per muscular pound, like Predator takes the cake. Unless you're, I guess, counting like an Expendables movie, but there's so much fucking beef in Predator that you're gonna have to have the USDA come over and rate it. I don't know where that joke was going. Didn't land. See, we're not all perfect. We can't just make it all work all the time. It spits venom. Okay, so it's an alien and a predator. It's like they're trying to figure out whether they're going to go with alien or predator. So it's kind of like an alien versus predator decision. Like, which one are we going to ape from more? I don't know. So yeah, the thing's bursting from the guy's chest, the spitting venom, but then they're wildly firing out into the thing. A spaceship brings the alien here, and there's more too. There's the like dudes hanging from the freaking tree like Hopper's men. The spider guy, he reminds me of a young Udo Kier, you know, back when he was in like Suspiria or something. Like he was giving me those vibes the way he looked. And the doctor in this really, like, I feel like he embraced the irony. Like, I'm a spider-obsessed fucking lunatic. Like, it makes sense that I would be the one to die from the spider. And it's like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? He just kind of takes it in stride. He's just like, well, it's just my time. Like, it's a spider. It's okay. You know, and then I love how he points out that the spider web that's cocooning him would be like steel, so don't even bother trying to cut through it. He also illustrates that if they were to cut him open, that insides would fall all over the ground. So he might have just been lying, like, just don't cut through them, they're steel. So they didn't just start hacking away before he got to the whole, like, my guts will fall out thing. But then throughout the rest of the movie, they're just hacking through the spider web. And there's a girl that gets caught in it, the blonde bosom lady is what I was going to call her. The blonde-titted woman. I don't know what the fuck her name is. I didn't write anybody's names down as usual. I thought I had learned from my mistakes, and I was doing it for a little while. I was like, oh, this person's name's David, and I'm going to say it like I know things. So I don't have a name for bosom lady, but... So bosom lady is running through... The blonde bosom lady is running through the webs, and she gets caught in them, and her gun's caught in there, and her hand's caught in there, and it freaking looks like it looks like Frodo's been caught up in Shelob's web, dude, and he's gonna have to let go of Sting, but no, they just like rip her right on out of this. She like gets herself out, and she gets her gun, and then they cut to the next scene, and she has no web on her at all. They got it all off, ripped it all free. That's like steel. What kind of steel is this guy dealing with? Because it ain't the steel that I'm familiar with, because that shit would be really, really hard to get off of you and cut through. There's a face melting scene in this movie, but with like no payoff. When you think face melting, you think Raiders of the Lost Ark, you think Poltergeist, you think like there's these movies that have these amazing face melting scenes, and this one like sets it up, and like it, because the shit releases like acid on the face, and doesn't really do anything. Like it just like kind of goes away, and it looks like it's about to start melting. And I don't know if they just ran out of money for the effect, or maybe I was writing notes when they showed some of it or something. But I did not see no payoff there, and I was kind of bummed about it. And then they complain that they have no ammo. He's like, "Oh, I thought I'd be here with a loaded weapon, but all I have is this loaded weapon." Like he literally says this. Like, he doesn't say that verbatim, but that's what he says. He's like, "I thought I'd be facing this kind of scenario with a loaded weapon, but all I have is a half a clip and a 45." And I'm like, that's a loaded weapon. You do have what you said. And then she's like, "Oh, I have, I essentially basically have that too." And it's like, you're holding like an M16, okay? There's a difference between a fucking assault rifle and a handgun. And then the other girl has fucking like an Uzi or something. And they're like, "Yeah, I don't have any bullets." But then they hear a noise on the roof. And when they've just been complaining that they're out of ammunition and that they're down to very, very little, they just start blind firing through the roof. So, good job on conserving that ammo that you were just complaining that you do not have. But they fire like about 100 times right into the roof. And then they have plenty of ammo after that. Then they shoot it as it comes in the room, and they shoot it in the eye. They go for the eye, of course. It's like a shark, I guess. You go for the eye, and it's their weakness. The final fight in this is really cool. I like the practical effects on the spider. I think it's really cool. Of course, it's always good to see practicals in something like this, especially back in a time when CGI was as bad as it was. You don't want to see anything CGI. And with something like this, it is better practical. But yeah, I really do enjoy the final battle in this. I think it's pretty badass. And then once she's defeated the alien predator thing in the movie, she goes to crush its head with a rock, picks a rock up and goes to crush it, and decides, like, just kind of throws it to the side. What movie again? Dude, they were aping from it fall. Pretty funny. Oh, and then before that, the spider falls off of the roof onto a stalagmite, and it, boom, pops through its chest, ultimately defeating it. Of course, it takes a little while to die, but it dies. And in case you're wondering, hey, how does Jason know the difference between a stalagmite and a stalactite? The way I've always remembered this is that a stalactite grabs tight to the ceiling. It's an easy way to remember which one's which. So next time you're in a trivia competition and they're like, wait, which one's which? Tight. It has to grab tight to the ceiling or it'll fall to the ground. Simple. You might want to remember that. Boom. All right. And of course there's more. There's always more. There's one at the end after they've killed him. which then, of course, begs the question, did they actually survive? Because they're limping out of there. The guy can barely move. I guess he got that date with the girl. I guess she is going to invite him over on Wednesdays for hump day. But do they survive? Does that thing let them go? And did he I guess he found, because throughout the movie, the spider is looking for the right host. And whatever hosts he's been using has not given him the right combination. So it's like, you know, he needs the right blood type or the right species or whatever. So I guess he already found it. And they even come in, and he has this huge like sack full of eggs, and it looks like a big giant butthole that's hanging from the ceiling. But it looks a decent amount like the queen alien in Aliens. So it's all over the place with homages. Overall, it was pretty good. It was fine. I didn't love it. I liked it. It was a fun watch. It's definitely better than the 3.9. That's some bullshit right there. But I wouldn't say. I'd say like high 4s. Maybe low 5s. Probably high 4s seems about more realistic of what this movie is. It's watchable. It's good. It's fine. You know. But yeah, other than that, Caleb, thanks for the movie, buddy. I had a fun time, as I kind of already said. I'm tearing shit apart right now. I don't know what the hell's happening there. Thank you for the Ernest Scared Stupid poster. This is freaking amazing. I will figure a way to hang that up as soon as I get my own place again. We're definitely gonna take care of that. So anyways, all right, man. Thank you so much.